after that, 26 years ago, I bought my first care home. So we look after old people in our care homes, and we have 20 care homes now, and we look after over 1,300 lovely older people, and we have over 2,000 people, our team members who work for us at Hallmark care homes.
Hello, today I'm at Avnish and Anita Goyal's house, and today I'm going to be interviewing them. Please,
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me about your career.
Okay, who should go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. Thank you, Shaquille. Firstly, it's a great pleasure to be interviewed by you today, so we can have a really good chat.
You're the youngest person to interview us.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, it's really good. So I trained as a science teacher, and I did that for 20 years, working in secondary schools. And I just had a really, really fantastic time working with young people all the way from year 7 to year 11 and teaching them my favourite subject, which was science. Then I left about 9 years ago, and I'm now a philanthropist, and I run our 2 charities, the Hemraj Goyal Foundation and the Hallmark Foundation. And I have so much fun doing that because I meet the most amazing people.
What's a philanthropist?
That's a good question. What's a philanthropist? So somebody who looks at charities and supports the work that they do, and also campaigns and raises awareness about the causes and basically educate people around what's going on in the world, especially where people need more help.
Yeah, thank you.
Shall I tell you a bit about my career?
Okay.
So I started my career at 11 doing a paper round.
Oh, wow.
And that's where it started, yeah. And then I was always helping out in the shop. We had a newsagent shop. And then I went on to university. And then I became an accountant for 4 years. Didn't like it. It was a bit boring. And then I decided that I was going to join the family business. Did properties for about 6 years.
Yeah.
And built up a number of properties in our property portfolio. And then after that, 26 years ago, I bought my first care home. So we look after old people in our care homes, and we have 20 care homes now, and we look after over 1,300 lovely older people, and we have over 2,000 people, our team members who work for us at Hallmark care homes.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah. I want to become a CEO in the future. What advice would you give me?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. What advice would I give you? I think work hard at your studies.
Yeah.
Make sure that you do lots of other things like outside of school. So in your holidays, go and work in businesses, go and get little jobs, and that will help you to develop a business mindset. And then go off to university if you want. That's always one option. These days, a lot of people are going straight into work as well. So there's many ways of doing that. But the key thing is that you've got to look at what is it that you want to do, what line do you want to go in, what's your passion, what do you love doing, because business is about doing things that you love, and also having a purpose. Why do you want to do it? So for me, I want to improve the way that older people, like our granddads and our grandmothers, are looked after. I want to make sure they get the best possible care. That's my aim and my passion. So make sure that you've got something that the world needs in terms of the passion that you have, and then when you have that, you can have a really great business that will make lots of money, hopefully, but you love doing it as well.
Yeah. Tell me about your failures and how you learnt from them.
Oh, failures. Let me have a quick look at my notes. So I don't have failures. That doesn't mean I don't achieve the things I want. I think failure is quite a horrible word. And I think when you label something that you failed, I think it demotivates you. It makes you feel like a failure. And I think you lose energy. So the way I have it is that if you want to achieve something, you might not achieve it, and then you go and work out if you want to try again. So for example, I failed my driving test, but I decided that I was going to carry on. So I didn't fail it, I just didn't pass. So there's a different way of looking at it. I didn't fail, I didn't pass. So then I go on and work out how to pass. So I've had lots of different things that have happened over the years where failure so not a failure, but an outcome was my marriage. My first marriage didn't work. Yeah, but I didn't fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get a divorce and get remarried. But I've got 2 lovely children who you've met, and I've got a new lovely wife for the last 10 years. So can you see that it wasn't a failure?
Yeah.
I didn't fail. I just didn't get the outcome in my first marriage.
It's just learning from your mistake.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Absolutely. It's learning from mistakes. And I've got hundreds of those examples in business. I've made hundreds of mistakes, but each time I made a mistake, I've learned something from it, which is exactly what I was going to say. So you are absolutely spot on there.
Loads of people make mistakes every day.
They do.
Yeah.
And I think the key is not getting demotivated and losing your energy, but realizing what can I learn from that? And then you get stronger.
How did you feel when you were awarded your CBE?
How did I feel? So I got my CBE after Anita got her MBE. She got hers way before me.
That's what I was just going to say after.
Yeah. So I felt incredible. It was like someone out there has recognized all the work that I've been doing over 20 years or so, both in terms of the charity work, philanthropy, as well as the work I'm doing with my care homes and social care. And it felt really nice that, somebody had nominated me, and the government and the royal family had recognized that and were going to give me this wonderful award.
Yeah. How did you feel when you were awarded the MBE? How was it going to Buckingham Palace? Were you excited or nervous?
Well, Anita, you can tell about how you felt with the MBE.
I was very, very surprised and really excited. And I think I was really proud of myself because I'm the first person in my family that has been awarded this recognition. Actually, both sides of our family. In my family, I don't know anybody else that's achieved this. So for me, it was the first. And I know I was really happy because I knew my parents are really proud of me, and that mattered a lot for me. And I think I was excited because I could be a really good role model for my friends, for my family, for my nieces and nephews, my own children as well. I think it was for me a very proud moment for me and my family and my friends. And also going to Buckingham Palace, well, I was lucky enough to go to Windsor Castle to receive my award. And I received my award from the now King Charles. So I think that was a very exciting time for us. Very nervous, but it was very good for me to experience that in my life.
Did you celebrate it?
We did. We had a party, we had a celebration actually here in our garden, in our back garden, and we had lots of friends and family who came and enjoyed the celebration together. And I also had a chance to celebrate everybody else as well.
See, I wasn't nervous because I'd been to Anita's MBE. I knew what to expect. So I knew the protocols and what goes on. So I wasn't really that nervous.
But you were lucky enough to go to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. So I had
receive your award.
I had Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, present the CBE to me. I think the proud moment for me was having my family there, my 3 children and Anita, standing there whilst I received it, and I've got a lovely picture of all 4 of them lined up with me receiving the award. So that for me was really proud to see my family just watching me receive the award.
What's the difference between a CBE and an MBE?
That's a good question, Shaquille, and I will try my very best to answer that. So an MBE is a member of the Order of the British Empire, and the next one up is the officer of the, so that's an OBE, and the one after that, even higher, is a CBE, which Avnish has, which is a commander of the Order of the British Empire. And basically, when you're a commander, a CBE holder, it's because of the work you've done in your industry across many, many years. So Avnish got his CBE because of his commitment and work in social care and also in charity as well, in philanthropy. Whereas an MBE is more of the community work that you do, so around your community. So my work was around female empowerment, for services to female empowerment, and for my work in charity as well.
So you must have felt very, very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I think it's been a great achievement for both of us actually to to reach here to this stage so we can do even more amazing things and support even more people.
I was very proud of you.
How did you write your books?
I write books, so I have 2 books now.
Yeah.
So it's always the hardest to write your first book. This is my first book, Voices from Punjab. And these are some amazing stories of 13 very inspirational, influential women who are Punjabi, born in India, born in Punjab, most of them are, and they share what it's like living in the UK and all the challenges that they've had with their families, within living in the communities and society. And I think it's really good for people to learn about the hard life that they had. My second book was a little bit easier to write, but I have stories of 21 amazing women from Gujarat. So these women have got heritage from Gujarat. They may not be born in India, but they were either from East Africa or they're born in the UK, and they also share their story really passionately about their hardships and where they are now. So again, 21 inspirational stories of women. So there's my 2 books. And it takes a lot of hard work, commitment, dedication, and a lot of time as well. And you've got to really want to do it as well.
Yeah.
So that's how I wrote my books. I was really, really committed. I actually was quite inspired about how other people write books. I always wanted to write my own book. So I did it.
That must have took a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time, a lot of
You had to be really committed and dedicated.
Yeah.
And sometimes you thought, this is too big.
Yeah.
How am I going to do this? But you did it and made such a big difference.
Then you just got to keep going. Got to keep going, even though it can be very hard at times.
Who was your biggest inspiration in life, and what was the person who kept you going, even if it felt like you were going to give up?
Oh, for me, my biggest inspiration has been my mum. She passed away last year at 89 years old, which was quite a sad time for us. But throughout my life, she's been my role model. From a young age, she taught me about the values of integrity, of like telling the truth, being honest, of having respect, so doing things like in a nice way.
Yeah.
And so when I was 11 and we bought our first shop, which was a newsagent shop, sweet shop, she carried on instilling those values of working hard, of doing things really well, of like with the shop, it's also about customer service as well. So we always try to excel in that. So she trained us all in that, and she's been my absolute inspiration. And obviously now Anita is my inspiration. She keeps me going when things are sort of down. Anita's always there for me. But yeah, it's been my mum and now my wife.
So if it wasn't for your mum, you wouldn't have like this amazing business.
Yeah, I think
You've done.
I think so. Well, it's more than just my mum, I guess. You know, because obviously I've got 2 inspirational brothers as well, very entrepreneurial, who have been part of that journey as well. So it's and also other siblings, like all my sisters were involved in the business in those early days as well. So it's a whole family thing. But my mum definitely is the one who had the biggest influence on me about how I do business, how I am in the world, how I show up, and how I behave.
I have a girl for my 11 plus school. Do you have any advice for me?
I've got some advice. You're the teacher, though.
Listen to your mum. I'm sure your mum will guide you through everything that you need to do at home. My advice is just try your best, and keep working really, really hard. And really get that actually it's okay. Whatever it is, it will be fine. And just enjoy the journey.
Okay, thank you.
Can I add something to that? Which I think is quite useful is know why you want to pass your 11 plus. What is it that you want as you get older, and how will the 11 plus help you get there? Because if you can link the two, when you have to do the hard work, because it is hard work, right? In all that tuition, is it? You're doing tuition? Yeah, and all the extra work that you have to do, which is over and above your homework and school. Why are you doing that? So if you know your purpose, your why, that this is going to help you. I think you talked about you want to be a future CEO, is it? Did you say? Yeah. So how's that going to help you be that future CEO?
So do you mean like which school is the best for you?
If that's what you want, because all schools are good. If you've got a preference of what school you want to go to,
which would help you in your business.
Yeah, so if you've decided that a certain score is going to help you in your future career and you want to get there, and it requires a certain level of, you've got to pass a certain exam, then that will help you when you're sitting there thinking, I want to watch TV, or want to play with my friends, or go on the Xbox, or whatever it is these days that young people play with, then you'll have a choice. And you're saying, but, I really want to pass my 11 plus. That's more important than my Xbox, because Xbox is pleasure in the moment. Whereas when you're studying, you're looking at long-term pleasure.
Yeah. What motivates you?
What motivates you?
I can say for me, it's choosing to lead my life the way that I want to lead it, being a leader in my life. And when I look at some of the qualities that I have, it's like, how do I bring out the best qualities of me? So being loving, that really motivates me. Hospitality, serving others, especially when they come round to my house, that really motivates me to be able to bring family together, bring friends together, and all the love that comes with that. And most importantly is to have real aliveness and good health and well-being.
Yeah.
So you really feel excited about life. And that's what motivates me.
Yeah.
Avnish, maybe you want to answer that.
Yeah, I think it's not dissimilar. It's quite similar to what motivates me. I think for probably over about 25 years ago, I decided that what was going to motivate me was to leave the world a better place than how I found it.
Yeah.
So, and that requires to be the best version of yourself, to learn all the time, to help others. So through the work that we do, through the charity work, through the seminars. You've been on one of our seminars?
I think I've been in 2 or 3.
Yeah, I've been on 2 or 3, right?
I've been 2 in person. Yeah.
And one online.
Yeah.
So in terms of that motivates me. I always want to help people as well. And I think they're the kind of key things. Have a business that makes a difference to older people and help people along the way.
My parents told me that you didn't have much money growing up and you worked very hard, and can you tell me a bit about yourself, that please, and also your school life and what difficulties have you faced?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 70s, so I came to the UK when I was 4 years old, and it was very different in the 1970s than it is today. We've suffered or faced a lot of racism. I was the only brown child in the class, and therefore I was different. So we used to get quite a lot of bullying, which wasn't very nice. But in those days, the schools didn't really deal with it, and you didn't talk about it at home. So I had to kind of suffer in silence, which wasn't very nice. But also, we came here, a family of 10 people from India, and we didn't have much money. So we really had to, I didn't have many toys, we didn't have lots of clothes, I didn't have trainers till the age of 11. But so we had a lot of hardship in those early days. But one thing that we always had was my mum always gave me lots of good education, instilling values in me, and we always had food on the table, and my parents worked really hard. So whilst we had all those challenges, I still have very fond moments of growing up as a family. But it was quite tough in those early days. But we all worked hard, and that helped us to achieve what we have today.
So your mum kept you going, so you wouldn't be at this stage if it wasn't for your mum.
That's difficult to know where I'd be, but definitely for sure she was always the motivator, pushing us to do better, pushing us to study, pushing us to go to work, always saying, do your best, do your best, do your best. And I think that stayed with me, because whatever I field that I'm in, I always want to do my best and be the best. So I always try to be the best person, in my industry, the best person in my job. I want to be the best husband, the best father, and so on. So
that's what I meant. Kind of.
What's your superpower? You've asked
my
us. My
superpower is speaking like in like speaking, like talking. That's my superpower.
I would agree with that because
I agree with that.
not many nine-year-olds. You're 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9-year-olds can sit here and interview two adults like us so confidently. So you definitely have a superpower.
Yeah. Finishing questions are: do you know Elon Musk? A quest to find him and interview him. So,
We don't know Elon Musk. I do follow him on Twitter, even though I think he owns Twitter now.
yeah.
I find his journey intriguing because I think he was autistic, I think. I don't know Elon Musk, but I really have admiration for him because being autistic, he's created this incredible company and has this, I think he's the richest man in the world, I think, or one of the richest.
Yeah.
So he's definitely, despite having something that we think isn't the same as most other people, he seems to have his superpower that he can design some of the best electric cars in the world. So unfortunately I don't know him. Do you know him, Anita?
No, I don't know. But I'm actually reading his biography at the moment, so at the beginning of that.
Do you know somebody who does know him? Like a contact that knows him?
You want to interview him, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shakil, I wish I could
That's
help.
fine.
Yeah, I know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows him, but I'm not sure that's going to get us there yet. But yeah, one day, if I do find a contact or if I do meet him, I will let him know that there's a 9-year-old boy called Shakil who wants to interview him. So
Well, I might not be 9 then.
you might be 10 by then.
Yeah, maybe.
But you know what? There's a great video, and I'll have to dig it out, where somebody of your age wanted to interview the President of the United States of America.
Yeah.
And they just asked the question like they did today, and it happened. And if I can find that video of how the journey that it took to get there, it's quite incredible. So just watch this space. If you want it badly enough, it will happen. So who else would you like to interview then? So as well as Elon Musk, let's ask you a couple of questions.
Well, like anyone who I think's like really stands out and like really like works hard and stuff like that.
All right, okay. And do you have anybody in mind? Just in case I might know then.
Like me, Richard Branson or something. I don't know, really.
That might be a little bit easier, but I still don't know him directly, but I know someone who knows him really well.
Yeah.
So I can make that request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need time to think about who I'm actually going to interview next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I look forward to it, Shakil.
we're very pleased that you wanted to interview us. We feel very proud that you picked us. And because I know you must be very busy as a 9-year-old with all your studies and your 11 plus and everything else. So very proud that you picked us to interview.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah.
It's been a very nice experience. Thank you, Shakil.
Thank you for having me to like interview you.
It's been our pleasure. Thank you, Shakil.
Yeah, thank you.